Hello children, today I will be taking up the topic lines and angles, that is chapter 3. In previous chapter you have studied that a minimum of 2 points are required to draw a line, and also with the help of axioms you proved some statements. In this chapter you will study the properties of the angles formed when two lines intersect each other, and also the properties of the angles formed when a line intersects two or more parallel lines at distinct points. In our daily life, we see different types of angles formed between the edges of plane surfaces. Now look at your own house itself. You can see different types of angles at the edges of plane surfaces. Look at the corner of the wall. You can see an angle is formed. Now that angle is equal to 90 degree. Now look at the tiles. You can see many lines intersecting each other. Look at the corner of the roof. An angle is formed. Imagine, suppose you want to make a model of a hut to keep in the school exhibition using bamboo sticks. Imagine how you would make it. You would keep some of the sticks parallel to each other and some sticks would be kept slanted. Whenever an architect has to draw a plan for a multi-storied building, she has to draw intersecting lines and parallel lines at different angles. To find the height of a tower or to find the distance of a ship from the lighthouse, one needs to know the angle formed between horizontal and the line of sight. In science, we study the properties of light by drawing the ray diagrams. To study the refraction property of light when it enters from one medium to the other medium, we use the properties of intersecting lines and parallel lines. Without the knowledge of properties of these lines and angles, do you think we can draw the layout of building or ray diagram or any model? No, isn't it? That is why let us first revise the terms and definitions related to lines and angles learnt in earlier classes. Recall that a point is that which has no part, a line is breadthless length, and a part of a line with two end points is called a line segment, and a part of a line with one end point is called a ray. Here you note that a line AB is denoted by the symbol AB or BA, and part of a line AB is denoted by the symbol AB or BA, and part of a line which is a ray is denoted by PQ but not QP, because it has got only one end point, that is P. That is why it is denoted as PQ but not QP. Here you can see some of the examples for line segment, that is a book or a tube light or a scale, and also a ray, that is from torch, and also a sun rays. Like this you can see plenty of other examples in your daily life. If three or more points lie on the same line, they are called collinear points. Otherwise, they are called as non-collinear points. Take down home assignment. Give two daily life examples each for a line, ray, and an angle. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day. Stay safe.